So today we're going to take a look at the minors that are including the flats that we just learned, B flat and E flat. How do we incorporate those into our new minor scales? Are they really that new, or have we really used them before? And if you know these scales, then you'll be very well set up for next year. Let's get started. All right, first minor starting up is the D natural minor scale. Now again, natural minor means naturally occurring. This is not talking about natural notes versus flat or sharp notes. D natural minor means naturally occurring minor. So if we look at number 132 in our book, it's basically like our F major scale. We just start on D instead of starting on F. So if you take that, if you take your F major scale, then you start on D instead. Then you're getting a naturally occurring minor scale. I didn't change anything from the major. Nothing changed in the finger patterns. All I did was change which note I started on. So if we look at 132, simple enough. You've changed where the half step is from what you're used to. So you've got F naturals, B flats, and C naturals. So let's take a listen. We're going to do the D natural minor scale and arpeggio.
Why would we be using
D natural minor scale. D natural minor arpeggio.
Shady Grove, piece in D minor, nothing too hard. Biggest thing again, watching B flats and then the F natural and C natural. Now this is an American folk song. Generally, when we would play this in a real, folk song setting, we were playing a band, it'd be a little bit faster. Like that. Probably not going to go that fast in what you have in the book, but that gives you an idea. So it's still F naturals, C naturals, and B flats. Watch the dotted quarter note and measure 5. So we've got a C natural there. Okay, so 1 and 3, 4. And then watch the slur and measure 6.
Shady Grove.
Number 135 C sharp on the C string. So violin and bass, it's going to be pretty standard for you, nothing crazy there. F natural. So getting that C sharp. Now cello and viola though, you're going to be using your C string and getting a low one or backwards extension to get that C sharp. Cellists, remember, backwards extensions, your thumb stays where it is and your first finger just extends backwards. We're not shifting up and down. Okay? So you're getting F, E, D, D, C sharp, D. So you would have something like that. Okay? So don't go too low. It's not. It's a little higher than that. Okay? It's not all the way back. You got to put a little space. Think about the spacing between, low 2 and 1. This at the very end of the string is the first note. Where is the next note? It's not on top of that, it's a little bit up. So here we go, 135.
New note C sharp on the C string.
So Ace's Death, number 136, composed by Edvard Grieg. If you read about Grieg, very popular music that we've already played. You already know some of this. So the Peer Gynt Suite, you've played that before a little bit in one of our books. Let's see. In the Hall of the Mountain King is also by Grieg. So 1843 to 1907, Romantic era, so around the same time as Beethoven. And nationalist movement. So what is nationalism? What does that mean? So we drew inspiration from the Norwegian folk music. This piece, 136 Ace's Death, has a story behind it. Quite an interesting story. But you'll also see this piece in your next year's book. So really pay attention to what's going on and how this sounds.
Ace's Death.
So watch out for low twos, the F naturals, and then you've got the C sharp at the end there. Here we go. G natural minor scale, number 137. So we've got the same key signature as our B flat major scale, two flats, B flat and E flat. If we take our B flat major scale and we start on G instead, we get the naturally occurring G minor scale. Again, that natural is not corresponding to natural notes, but what naturally occurs, what normally occurs if you don't change anything from the major, except your starting pitch. So two flats, B flats and E flats, make sure you're using low twos, low ones, bass be in half position.
G natural minor scale. G minor arpeggio.
Hatkava, so the Israeli national anthem, is in a minor key. In this arrangement is in G natural minor. So watch your repeat, watch your bow lift, and B flats and E flats. Okay?
Hatikva.
That Israeli national anthem. Does it sound similar to the Star Spangled Banner, America's national anthem? Does it sound similar to any other national anthems? Okay, leave your thoughts in the comments. The A natural minor scale. Now, I believe we've already done this before, just the lower version for the violins. This is going to be on the upper version on the A and E strings. Everyone else is just reviewing. So again, naturally occurring minor scale. The key signature has nothing in it, so we're going to use our C scale. So our normal C scale. And then we're going to start on A instead. This allows, again, for a new minor scale. So here we go, 140.
A natural minor scale on the A and E strings.
141 up and down. A couple things. This does have the arpeggio in it. Which measure has the arpeggio, or measures? And also dolce, or means to play sweetly, gently, in a singing style. You're not going to be very rough about this. So think about a sweet and smooth kind of idea. Here we go, number 141, up and down.
A natural minor scale on the A and up and down.
G sharp on the G string, so this is going to be for pretty much everyone. Violins, violas, and cellos, you're going to be using that low first finger or backwards extension on your G string. Basses, you're going to be using a shifted position on D, so you're going to go D, E, F sharp, and then shift up to G sharp, which is going to be your second finger in third position on the D string. Very similar to shifting up to C sharp on the G string. So here we go.
New note G sharp on the G string.
Now with that, 143, the Coventry Carol. This is a very popular carol that is used around Christmas time. We've played it quite a few times over the years. It's incorporating that G sharp. We'll also be using it in our chorale books and things like that, just so we can work on intonation. So think about G sharp. For the violins, violas, and cellos, it's going to be, 1-1, low 1, or backwards extension. Bum, 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 bum. For the bass, is going to be a little different. You're going to be third position, 4, 4, 2, 4, and then you're going to shift to a second position, 2 for C natural. 2, 1, back up to third position, 4, 2, 4, shift, 1 for B natural, 2, C natural, 4, 4, 1, and that last is in first position. Here we go, 143, Coventry Carol.
Coventry Carol.
So that is the natural minors with flats in them. Now everything after this in the book is going to be a little bit extra. I'll be doing some videos throughout the rest of the summer that incorporate some of these ideas, but you can go ahead and look at them. There's stuff we've already talked about, like détaché, tremolos, so on and so forth, some shifting stuff, and we'll definitely cover them next year as well. But if you can have that idea from the rest of the book in your fingers and in your head, it will help. But everything up to this, from 1 to 143, that's the important part of this year. Getting, all these new notes and all these new techniques in our hands and our fingers. So hopefully this really helps you out. If you need anything, please leave a comment. Make sure that you keep checking in, because there's going to be new content about every week after this, and we're not going to be posting as much. So we'll catch you next time on this channel, Digital Learning with Mr. Todd from the Sound Innovations for Orchestra book.